Hey Berto, how's it going? Week 2 prep update. I just want to run you through what happened through the week and kind of let you know where we're at and give you all the information that you need to make a decision for this week. So let me get started. First off, training went really well. All the numbers that I wanted to hit, I did. So I got a 250 squat for 4 sets of 5, and then for the last set I dropped down to 4, which was pretty good for me because doing RPE, I'm used to getting one heavy set and then a drop down, so I really have to kind of pick my numbers more wisely to get all the sets. So that's been a little bit of an adjustment, but I like more of the volume at a heavier weight. As far as bench press, I got this week 170 for 5 sets of 5, which is one of my weaker movements. So that was right on par. Nothing under what I expected there. And those were the highlights. Everything else pretty much went fine. You can look on the spreadsheet. I have the first exercise, which is kind of like the main one tracked. And one more adjustment that I made to the program was on my second upper body power or heavy day. I added a military press. So 1 week I would do bench press, 1 week I'll do military press. And the reason that I put that in there is because I feel like that's, after about a week or 2 weeks of doing the program, that's the only movement that isn't in there that I was doing pretty frequently throughout my whole, the whole last year and a half, the whole game off season. So I want to keep that in there just because I think it's important for my development and shoulders, and I want to keep progressing with it. I don't want to kind of just let it off the gas. So I put it in there. Just let me know what you think of that. But everything on training is good. Numbers are solid. Energy in the gym was fine. So nothing new there. As far as macros and food, again, there's really no issue with energy necessarily. A few days this week, just because my schedule kind of was a little bit more hectic. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it was just I wasn't home as much in the evenings with work, and over the weekend I was out a lot. The one macronutrient that I seem to obviously run out of the quickest was carbs. Pretty much every day since we started, I hit 225 carbs on the dot, about 200 protein every day, and like 70 to 75 fat. So 225 has pretty much been the minimum I've hit, and that's been definitely running out the quickest. I'll get to my last meal and have to kind of find things with just fat and protein because I go through carbs pretty quick. It's definitely my preferred choice of macronutrient food. I feel the best on it. But as far as energy and really anything necessary, I was fine. It was 100% fine. Going into weight loss, as we both expected, it did slow down this week. Last week was pretty significant. This week, my average weight was 160. Last week was 161.6, and this week was 159.6. So we pretty much dropped another 2 pounds. About what I expected. I did have a few days where the weigh-ins were just off. I didn't know why, but it kind of jumped around the last few days. But the general trend, I don't want to get too caught up on the day-to-day scale weight because I was getting up at 2 of the days at 5 in the morning for work to go to the gym in the morning. So that kind of may have skewed it a little bit. I'm just looking at the bigger picture here, the starting weights of each week and the averages. So, if you look in the last 2 weeks, we've dropped over 6 pounds. So I'm pleased with that. I'm not gonna look at each individual day as long as the general trend is going down. And 2 pounds in a week, that's not bad at all. And so I'll take that. And but that's with the weight. So pleased with that also. As far as cardio, like I said last week, really doesn't feel like I'm doing any. It's warm up and cool down in 2 or 3 days. Pretty much whenever I feel like it or have the time, before or after the workout, and it hasn't been an issue at 600 calories at all. So that's training and nutrition. As far as how I feel, energy's been fine. And one more thing I actually wanted to mention about energy and my carb intake was that the day after my refeed, I was expecting to go up in weight, just because it was a ton of, it was a lot more food, a lot more volume, and I actually dropped, I think it was almost a pound overnight, like the next day, and obviously felt better on the 475 carb than anything else. So that's kind of odd. This is two weeks in a row that my weight the next day is almost a pound less, like instantly overnight. So I don't know. That was a little surprise, but obviously it's a good thing. So everything's going in the right direction on my side. I feel good. This week coming up is Thanksgiving, so I'll have Wednesday through Friday off from work, and then the weekend. So it might be a little bit more challenging to be as precise as I'd like to be, especially going out of town for the Thanksgiving. But I'm going to kind of prepare as much as possible. Do my best to eyeball accurately, not eat the the foods that I know are just hard to track, have a lot of fat and things like that. So I will have my scale that I'll keep kind of to my side. I don't want to draw too much attention to it, but I will be as precise as possible. And I don't foresee it being an issue. I've always been pretty good at keeping it low key and just kind of putting grandma's food on the plate and kind of nibbling at it and just making sure that I don't offend her, but also don't blow my macros, because it's time to get serious. So that's about it. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.